Hello, stars. My name's Simon. Welcome back to, well, an older video of GG reviews. Um, this video unfortunately got blocked on copyright grounds. Even though it was like, I think like it was either early 2024 or 2025. I'm not sure how. This video is like an old collab I did with Rob Cinematic Venom. He's been on this channel. He's been on the channel a couple of times before with reactions, and I did a review of his first movie, The Dark Knight Stumbles. Ready to Stumble came out recently. I have mixed feelings on it, but I'm happy for Rob that he got it out. But that's besides the point. This video got blocked due to the use of footage. It was saved for years, and I thought just by adding the reduced size and making sure the clips weren't 7 seconds long, but I guess it's getting a lot stricter now, which is unfortunate. So I'm not sure how many times we're gonna have to edit this video to make it watchable, but I'm gonna keep trying to get this video up because honestly, the timing is just I'm not even sure how to describe it. But it's unfortunate. Like this video got blocked, and then later in the day, I find out Tim Curry unfortunately passed away. Rest in peace, you magnificent man. I haven't seen all of your work, but the things I did see you in, Clue, of course, Home Alone 2, and God, what else did I see him in? Oh no, I haven't seen much of his filmography, but from what I've seen, he was just utterly and even just some like clips from like Muppet Treasure Island, It, of course, the It miniseries, of course. And there's one other I'm thinking of. Like, the name escapes me right now. Oh, right. Command and Conquer. Red Alert. Red Alert. He didn't die. He's off in the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space. Fucking love that line. So yeah, this video is kind of going to be a little mini tribute to Tim, and of course Dolly Parton, who also recently passed. Well, she's not in this movie, but I still wanted to let it known, rest in peace to Dolly Parton and Hayden Panettiere. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I think I'm just gonna ADR it after I find out later. Oh no. Yes, we're losing a lot of great people recently. It's sad, but there's still a review to get to. I'm taking measures. I don't want to like replace any of the footage. All I'm really doing editing wise is covering up the editing up the movie footage, and as well as I'm going to be syncing up a little because I noticed there are a few audio issues, so I have to kind of correct that where it is. But outside from that, this is the original review as it was originally filmed and edited and written. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and have a great rest of your day. Hello, stars. My name is Simon. Welcome to Rob.
Hey, Nick.
You're alive?
Yeah. Why?
No reason. So, why are you here?
You remember that email you sent me a while back asking for a collab?
Oh, shh. God, this is weird.
Why?
Well, you left,
Which time?
and then you came back.
Which time?
Whatever. Hello, stars. My name's Simon. Welcome back to GG Reviews. And We live in a pretty interesting time. The video games we know and love can be adapted so we can enjoy them in different mediums, be it cartoons, or comics, or movies. The games we love can be enjoyed in a whole new light. But let's focus on the movies, because they tend to get two reactions out of people. This...
No, 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 no!
Or this. Some are pretty good, some are pretty bad. But when people bring up game to film adaptations, I'm surprised nobody brings up the 1985 murder mystery classic, Clue.
Doe.
What?
It's Cluedo.
What the hell's a Cluedo?
It's the name of the board game in the UK. Cluedo.
That doesn't make any sense. It's a murder mystery thing about looking for clues. Why the hell would it be named Cluedo?
How do you make a feature film about a fucking board game anyway?
A hilarious whodunit with a slight dash of black comedy.
If I was the killer, I would kill you next.
Huh?
Except if.
With an all-star cast including Christopher Lloyd and Tim Curry.
And Carrie Fisher was even lined up to star, only being cut out 4 days before shooting due to her struggling drug issues at the time.
Funny character interactions and great setups and situations for comedy, all balancing out with a great suspenseful mystery. A lot of people talk about this one. Probably because it bombed when it came out, unfortunately. Yeah, people didn't want to go back to see the movie again just because it had 3 different endings. Yeah. So, like it or not, we're going to sit here and try and figure out why this gem doesn't get the attention it deserves. My name is Nick Simon.
And I'm Rob from Cinematic Venom.
And this is our review of Clue.
Doe.
It's called Clue, motherfucker! We open in 1955 New England on some fan service as a man pulls up to this large mansion. This is Wadsworth, played by Tim Curry. You all saw it coming.
I must say, for a goofy comedy, they do have some nice throwbacks to genuine horror movies. I mean, not only is it produced by Deborah Hill from the iconic Halloween films, but all these guests are sent to a mysterious mansion in the middle of nowhere.
This is not suspicious at all! We are totally not getting raped or murdered! Let's do this!
Which is already a typical cliche, but they even named the damn house after a classic horror movie. Clever.
First to arrive is Colonel Mustard, played by Martin Mull.
It is Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
No, that's not my name. My name is Colonel.
Yes, sir. But tonight, you may well feel obliged to my employer for the use of an alias.
This small little detail neatly explains why everyone else goes by odd names, their aliases.
Do you know the Time War?
Soon the rest of the guests show up. Miss White, played by Madeline Kahn, Miss Scarlet, played by Leslie Ann Warren, Professor Plum, played by the aforementioned Christopher Lloyd.
Anyone else find it weird that Lloyd starred in this and Back to the Future in the same year and he looks so much younger in this?
Miss Peacock, played by Eileen Brenman, and finally, Mr. Green, played by Michael McKean. For any Good Omens fans watching, you might find that last name familiar, as he played the loony witchfinder, Sergeant Shadwell, in the Amazon series.
But why is there a weird dramatic sound effect for every single character's introduction?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sit! No, not you, sir.
What a lovable goofball. Everyone takes a seat at the dining room table where Wadsworth reveals he's the butler.
What exactly do you do? I battle, sir.
Okay, I do love the comedy. Also, Tim Curry deserves an Oscar for not staring at the maid's massive, eyes. In fact, anytime Christopher Lloyd is in a scene with her, it's all he does!
Really? I've never noticed.
I wonder why. We also meet the cook, who immediately makes herself look like the damn killer.
Mrs. White asks about the empty seat, assuming it's for the host. Wadsworth responds it's only for the 7th guest, Mr. Body, who everyone already assumed was the host.
That's a mystery.
Yeah. Gotta really hold myself back from using that clip.
Well, come on then. Who's your husband?
Donald Trump.
After some awkward yet charming banter, where everyone is revealed to either be living or working in Washington, D.C., with government connections, Mr. Body arrives.
I will commend the movie for one thing. They lead you to believe that absolutely any of them could end up being the damn killer. The cook is creepily wielding a knife, the maid gives the worst French accent in the history of the world and is immediately suspicious as she listens in on the conversation. This dude constantly says he's prone to accidents, Tim Curry is the host and is probably in on it, Mr. Body shows up and immediately looks and sounds like the killer. It could be any of them!
Wait, if nobody's dead yet, how can any of them technically even be a killer?
I mean, based on his name, it's obviously not Mr. Body, but still, shut up.
Oh, you're a doctor?
Well, I've just built my first time machine out of a DeLorean.
Mr. Body finally sits down at the table and Miss Peacock demands to finally know what's going on. Wadsworth reads off a letter. It's supposedly instructions for himself, as well as everyone else, as they got similar letters, to be present at the manor on a specific date at a certain time to finally be able to relieve themselves of a painful financial liability.
The music is actually really dramatic and intense for a goofy comedy. It is handled quite well.
Everyone goes to the study.
But Mr. Body says fuck that and attempts to escape the house. The front door is locked, so he instead goes to break a back window. After all...
It's only glass!
Everyone returns to the study, and Wadsworth finally reveals what they all have in common.
You're all being blackmailed.
Mrs. Peacock attempts to deny it, claiming her life is an open book.
And Tim Curry is fantastic as always, as he reveals everyone's wrongdoings.
He was always a rather stupidly optimistic man. I mean, I'm afraid it came as a great shock to him when he died, but he was found dead at home. His head had been cut off, and so had his, you know.
The comedy is great, but fair play to them. They do manage to give solid backstories to several characters from a fucking board game! They could have probably given Monopoly a compelling story.
Funny. I thought they did.
The fight scene is really cheesy and so dated, but you know what? It's charming and fun, so who cares? The film is also set almost entirely in real time, with them trying to kill time before the police arrive on the scene in 45 minutes or so.
In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon.
1, 2, 3 or 4. This is where the lights go out and Mr. Body is brutally murdered in the darkness. Although there's clearly a fire in the room, so it wouldn't have been pitch black, but shh!
It was such a brutal murder that there's no sign of damage on the body.
Good thing none of them checked for a pulse. Dumbasses.
Well, Professor Plum tried that and said there wasn't a pulse. Supposedly.
Christopher Lloyd claims someone tried to grab the gun off of him in the dark and it accidentally went off, so they all panic and try to figure out how he was killed, even considering the brandy being poisoned.
Which is a cheeky reference to the board game, as a bottle of poison is one of the murder weapons.
Unless she dies too.
Okay, this is hilarious.
We hear the funniest scream ever from Yvette, and everyone runs over to check on her. She's fine, and Wadsworth retrieves the tape recording the audio of everything up to Mr. Body's murder. Wadsworth is forced to properly explain what's going on, and in a tearful and strong performance from Curry, he explains that he, well, his wife, and by extension he, was a victim of Mr. Body, as she was perceived by him, just as everyone else invited to the house.
He believed that you were all thoroughly un-American.
To make a long story short,
Too late.
the suicide of Wadsworth's wife made him determined to see Mr. Body behind bars. So he rounded Mr. Body, all of the evidence against him, as well as the rest of his victims, to force him to confess, and then...
Turn him over to the police.
The scholar points out, while this does explain why this is happening, we still don't know who killed Mr. Body. And they only have 39 minutes to figure that out before the police arrive.
But my suspect falls flat, quite literally, as the cook is found dead in the freezer with a knife.
Who would want to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
Oh shit, should I be joking at a time like this?
I think the comedy shines the brightest when they do their fast-talking, funny back-and-forth dialogue. It's brilliant and non-stop.
Husband should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
You lure men to their deaths like a spider with flies.
Flies are where men are most vulnerable.
Right.
Of course, the slower comedy beats are just as funny.
I'm shouting! I'm shouting! I'm shouting!
It's just hilarious all around.
Wadsworth suggests they move the cook's body into the study. Why?
I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy.
Unfortunately, the body's gone.
As in Mr. Body's body.
Mr. Body's body, it's gone.
Mr. Green comes to the only reasonable conclusion.
Mr. Body is a zombie.
Now,
He couldn't have been dead.
Maybe there is life after death. Life after death is as improbable as sex after marriage.
hey Rob, can you confirm? Really? Miss Peacock excused herself to use the bathroom as Miss Scarlet unveils something interesting. Incriminating photos of the Colonel in a compromising position.
Nobody can get into that position.
Another scream from Miss Peacock sends everyone running her way, where they find Mr. Body's body, actually dead this time.
Well, he's certainly dead now. Why would anyone want to kill him twice?
The bodies are quite literally dragged to the study, and Wadsworth grabs all the weapons and locks them in the cupboard.
When the others point out the rest of them aren't exactly safe with him holding onto the key as he could easily open the cupboard himself, he dashes to the front door to throw it away.
Suddenly a motorist!
Yeah, he is so dead.
The motorist says his car broke down and he's asking if he can use a phone in the house. After some brief discussion...
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses, everything's fine.
Worth it.
And the motorist is locked in the lounge to make his call, everyone agrees to split up and search the house. They draw lots to search in pairs. Colonel Mustard and Miss Scarlet search the ballroom. Wadsworth and Mrs. White search the second floor. Yvette and Mr. Green search the attic.
Do you want to go up in front of me?
Absolutely no.
This film is a masterpiece.
And finally, Professor Plum and Miss Peacock search the cellar. As everyone searches, a cop car pulls up next to the motorists, inspecting the vehicle with no one inside.
A person in gloves is seen gathering up all the evidence and tossing it all into the fire. They also unlock the cupboard and, as seen when they use the secret passage from the study to the lounge, retrieve the wrench and kills the motorist. I tried to warn him, didn't listen to me.
He was about to reveal that one of the guests in the house is their old boss. We cut over to the conservatory where Colonel Mustard, accidentally, discovers a secret passage which leads into the lounge, and the motorist's dead body. More screaming / hilarity ensues as both sides attempt to break the door.
Let us in! Let us in! Let us out! Let us out!
Yvette grabs the gun from the open cupboard and accidentally shoots the chandelier before opening the door.
I can't take any more scares.
We get this gag of the chandelier dropping and it's fine and everything, but I think it would have been far funnier and more impactful if we didn't get close-ups of the rope loosening beforehand.
To each their own, but I love the suspense of slowly seeing the rope untangle itself in the anticipation of seeing that fall.
A cop shows up to investigate the motorist's disappearance and... yeah, although it's a cliche now, this movie set the standard. The group all act incredibly suspiciously around him and make it super obvious, but it is so funny.
Thanks to the humorous misdirection of the guests pulling a weekend at Bernie's with the corpses, the cop is fooled into thinking everything is fine.
Don't worry, there's nothing illegal about any of this. Are you sure?
Of course, this is America.
I see.
It's a free country, don't you know that?
I didn't know it was that free.
The guests resume searching the house, and Miss Scarlet finds another passage in the kitchen which leads to the study.
But someone in gloves switches out the lights, hilarity ensues.
But also murder. Murder ensues.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I am your singing telegram.
The movie's dark comedy is great. The singing telegram shows up and just instantly gets shot. Just because.
What's this? Another door?
Wadsworth is able to turn on the lights, and everyone discovers the bodies of Yvette.
Who was so fucking annoying anyway? Who's gonna miss her?
And the cop. Everyone realized the murderer could have ran out because of the door slam, and find the singing telegram girl. 6 murders altogether.
And after seeing the gun Yvette dropped under the chandelier is missing, Wadsworth reveals he knows who the killer is, and he rushes around retracking every single event in the entire movie, and it is hilarious. It's so charming and fun, but this is where the movie kinda loses me.
It's in this recap where we learn several things, like how the murderer killed Mr. Body using the secret passage from the kitchen to the study and stuffed him into the bathroom, how when everyone huddled together, someone could have stolen and replaced the key to the cupboard, and Mr. Green pieces together that both Colonel Mustard and Mrs. Peacock have connection with the government, and Yvette is a link between them.
It's also here where we learn why the Colonel is being blackmailed. He's working on the next fusion bomb as well as being a war profiteer, having stolen radio parts from the Air Force and sold them on the black market.
As for the cop, Miss Scarlet paid him once a week to keep him and the rest of the police off her back so she could carry on with business. And finally, as for the singing telegram, in a surprising and somber moment, Plum reveals that this is the woman he had an affair with and that's how he lost his license. It's also possible from his tone that he genuinely had feelings for the girl. Wadsworth resumes his recap of the night's events when suddenly...
The doorbell rang!
An evangelist pops in to talk about how
Armageddon is almost upon us.
Wadsworth once again resumes his recap and switches off the mayor's electricity. From this point, the film branches into 3 separate endings. Theaters would play different endings to encourage people to see the film again and again for a new experience, and also to make more money.
But this failed because people refused to spend money to see the same movie 3 times just for a different ending. This led to the final release of the film having all 3 put together, and I think it's just lame.
Though there's an option on DVD releases to have the endings be random. Sometimes you get A, other times B, maybe even C. In ending A, Wadsworth reveals that Yvette was the one to kill the cook, Mr. Body, and presumably the motorist. As for who killed her, the cop, and the telegram girl,
Brilliantly worked out, Wadsworth. I congratulate you.
Miss Scarlet reveals her actual business rather than running a brothel, dealing in secrets and handing them out to the highest bidder, and considering almost everyone in the room has access to government secrets, yeah, those bids would be pretty high. Miss Scarlet attempts to shoot Wadsworth, as he doesn't have access to any government secrets, being a mere butler, but he's able to buy himself some time with the power of math.
Even if you were right, that would be 1 + 1 + 2 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Okay, fine. 1 + 2 + 1. Shut up!
The doorbell rings and the evangelist is revealed to be a police chief.
Wadsworth, well done.
And then the chandelier falls again. In ending B, Wadsworth claims the murderer ran through the dark, picking up the rope in the lead pipe, strangling Yvette, killed the cop, and shot the telegram girl. But this time they ran back to the cellar.
What kind of mustard wasn't in the cellar?
No. But you were.
Miss Peacock gave herself away when she recognized the meal at dinner as monkey's brains, a meal not often found in Washington, D.C.
Is that what we ate?
As for the others, she couldn't risk if any of them knew anything about her.
And the proof comes in the form of a gun in Miss Peacock's...
Wadsworth says he'll do nothing about it, as Mrs. Peacock has ridden the world of a disgusting blackmailer and his network of informants and did the world a favor, despite her less than legal methods. She even gets a guest to sing She's a Jolly Good Fellow as Mrs. Peacock walks out the door.
I told you I didn't do it.
But of course it was part of a ploy to get her outside and into the hands of the police to arrest her.
You see, it's like the Manties. We always get our man.
Mrs. Peacock was a man?
And there's a joke that wouldn't fly today. In the actual ending that actually happened, it turns out Wadsworth was the mastermind behind the whole thing as the real Mr. Body.
Wait a minute! So who did I kill?
My butler.
Oh, shucks.
I mean, if that's true and he was the mastermind, it explains how he knew everybody's backstory, but why did he not know that Mr. Green was part of the FBI?
It's entirely possible that Green's backstory in the evidence folder was just planted there by the FBI.
Shut up.
Granted, that means if we take ending C as the canonical ending, Mr. Green really should have had the FBI step in sooner, but eh. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Green is a plant from the FBI, and literally everyone but him did it. Peacock stabbed the cook, like in ending B. Colonel killed the motorist with a wrench. Mrs. White strangled Yvette with her breakdown.
Flames on the side of my face.
Is what most people think is the funniest moment in the film, is just kind of awkward to me. Not in the good kind of awkward, like in some of the earlier scenes in the movie. It just starts, drags on a bit, then just kind of stops. Meh. Anyway, Miss Scarlet killed the cop with the lead pipe as in ending A.
Who are you? Perry Mason?
No, just a real Mr. Body. He suggests the body should just get stacked in the cellar, and everyone can forget about this. Not that it'll stop blackmailing them all.
It's such a shame Steve Jobs died of ligma.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls!
The FBI barge in and arrest everybody.
But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, I did. In the hall. With the revolver.
And that was Clue. I love it. With such a basic premise as 6 eccentric personalities forced to solve a murder mystery and it being based on a board game, it should have just been okay at best. But with a wonderfully hammy cast, seriously, everyone does an amazing job and it's clear they're all having the time of their lives. Unpredictable twists and turns, hilarious gags, both running and, well, falling. Add on top an incredible score with some unforgettable lines. To make a long story short,
Too late!
Clue is a murder mystery to die for.
Clue is a damn good film. Adapting a weak board game into a feature film sounds like a terrible idea. But this absolutely shines at it. It's goofy and cheesy, but it does have moments of suspense and constantly keeps you guessing. It's absolutely hilarious and has a lot of dark comedy, which I love. All of the performances are spectacular, and Clue sits up there as one of the great 80s comedy.
Hey, thanks for coming over and helping with the review, Rob.
Oh, no problem at all. This has been fun.
Oh, shit, I almost forgot about it.
About what?
Payback, bitch! My name is Nick Simon, that was Rob of Cinematic Venom, and thank you so much for watching. Fuck. Miss Keycock played... Miss Keycock. That's what I just said. Cool. everyone already assumed was the hope. Yeah, gonna really need to hold back from using this.
It's such a shame Steve Jobs died of ligma. Ligma balls. Ligma balls? That's so lame.